Hey everyone, it's Dr. Kelly, and I want to make some money today. So I have been researching and checking charts and doing a lot of things, and I thought, why don't I go ahead and just do a video showing the steps that I kind of went through. So the first thing I do is find out which coins are eligible for margin trading. So I found that out. These are the coins that are eligible, and then I go through each one of these to see where they are in terms of high or low for the day. Okay, so I went through all of these, and I'm looking at this one right now. So Monero, I click on that, and then I come here and I see the first thing I want to look for to see if the coin is at one of the extremes. Is it at a low or is it at a high? Okay, and then how close to that do I want to get? All right, so I see that this one is kind of near it. I also look at this chart right here, and I see that if I'm looking at this, I see that it's at, I'm just going to draw this imaginary line all the way across, and it had reached here before, and then it went down, and I'm thinking maybe that's going to be a thing. We are in a bear market, so things are going down generally right now, so it might do that. So now I want to go and I want to see what the chart, the main chart is, and do research on that. So this is the main chart. This looks all crazy, so I'm going to start from the beginning, and I'm going to go to TradingView. So I'm going to start all over again and show you how I get to that point. So TradingView.com, all right, and I'm going to go to Market and down to cryptocurrencies, and now I'm going to type in XMRBTC, so for Monero, and then I'm going to go and pick the one that is Poloniex, because that's where I am looking to make my trade. All right, so now once this comes up, I go here and click Interactive Chart, and that's how I get all this. Oh, that's not exactly how I get all. Let me move all this stuff out of the way and then show you how I come up with all this stuff in the beginning, because I want you to be able to do your research and know where I got all this stuff from, because it's supposed to come up like this when you're just starting out. Okay, so now, so you have this here, and you're like, okay, what do I do with this? So first of all, you can change the time frame from 15 minutes to an hour or day. Okay, that way, or 4 hours or whatever. All right, that way you get an understanding of where the chart has been over time. Okay, that's what I call multiple time frame analysis, and you need to do that so you can know if you're going to get in at the right time. A coin might be awesome, but if you get in at the wrong time, then you're going to lose money. Bitcoin is awesome, but if you bought at 19,000, that's the wrong time. So here's my point. So anyway, so that's the first thing you want to check out. Now, to get all of the indicators on here, you want to go to this little spot right here. Click on that. And then you're going to type in, I like MACD. Click that, and you notice this came up. Now I'm going to go back and type in RSI. Click Relative Strength Index right here. You notice something else popped up, and then I'm going to type in Bollinger Bands and click that, and you notice this thing popped up right here. All right, so now let me get rid of this. All right, so now these are the indicators that a lot of investors use, and not just in the cryptocurrency market. They use these in the stock market. They use these in the forex exchange market. So these are very popular indicators that are used across investment cross investment tools. That's not the right word. Across investment fields. All right, cool. So now, what's best about these? Now, first of all, it's important to know these are indicators. So they are. You go up here, and the first thing it says is indicators. So they indicate. They don't dictate. All right, it doesn't say that they're dictators, because they don't tell you exactly what's going to happen. They just indicate what could happen. So that's very important to know. But what happens is, if you can get all of the indicators to kind of line up and indicate the same thing at the same time, you make it a better bet for your money. All right, cool. So now, with Bollinger Bands, what happens is there is a red line right through here, and you can see it better right here. All right. And then you have these little teal lines that are at the top and at the bottom. What happens is the price action of the coin kind of sort of follows this red line. And then what happens is it will get above it because there are a lot of people in the market, or it'll get below it right over here. Here's the red line, and you see it going way far away. All right, and that tells you a lot of people are getting out, selling. Okay, all right. So, and then you have times like this where it's not moving. So there's not a lot of movement in the market, not very volatile. So the red line tells you kind of like the moving average of where it is over time. And then the teal ones show you the volatility and the movement away from this red line. All right. So then this indicator kind of gives you an idea. Well, if it hits the top teal line and goes above it, then that might be an indicator that the price might move in a different direction. It doesn't always happen that way. It's just an indicator. Okay. I'm going to move this over a little bit. And then over here, same thing. It came above it a little bit, and then after it came above it here, it really tanked down. And even here, it came above the top teal line, and it did pull back a good little amount. So if you had some money and you were able to get in right here, and it pulled back, you could make some money if you were doing a sale, if you were buying, shorting, what they call shorting the market. All right, now. Let's see what else. Same thing here. It pulled out of the bottom teal line, and if you were able to get in at the very bottom, then you could make a little bit of money when it swung back up. And that's all you're looking for to make money. If you say, hey, I want to make some money today or in the next couple days, all you're looking for is volatility. Okay, so that's the Bollinger Bands. The next one you want to look at is what's called the MACD. All right, so this tells you two different moving averages. So you have the blue, which is like the 12-day moving average, and the orange one, which is the 26. You're looking for when the blue comes from underneath. Let me find what I'm talking about. Let me go back a little bit further, see if I can find something specifically that kind of gives you an idea what I'm talking. Here's what I'm looking for. You're looking specifically for a time when the blue is underneath the orange and it moves up and crosses over the orange. That's what you're looking for. And you're also looking to see if you can line this up at the same time that the candles extend outside of or are farther away from the red line and very close to or beyond the bottom teal line. Right here is a very good point. Okay, so at this point right here, the price was very far away from the red line. It was beyond or outside of the bottom teal line of the Bollinger Band. Okay, so that was one indicator that tells you, okay, maybe this price is now going to start going up. And then if you compound that with the MACD, you see the blue line being way below the orange line and coming and crossing it and going up. These are two indicators that let you know the price action is going in. It indicates that the price action could change, and it did. Now I'm going to add to that the RSI. The RSI is also lower, very, very low. The dotted lines are 30 and 70. All right, so you want to see price way below the 30. Here's the 30. You want to see the price way below that, or you want to see the price way above that right here. I'm trying to point right here, but it's in the way. You see where I'm pointing, okay? You want to see that. And that's what you're looking for as an indicator that something might happen, right? So if it's way down here, then that means a lot of people have sold. A lot of people have sold. Okay, so that's an opportunity for you to get in at a good price because the price has been going down, down, down. Okay. Same thing here. This indicates that a lot of people have bought. Okay, so possibly the price could now start going down because it's now overbought, whereas this is called oversold. Okay, so now that's what the RSI, the relative strength index, indicates. You want to see points where it is below the 30, or you want to see points where it is above 70. All right, here you want to see where, for the MACD, you want to see where the blue line is way underneath the orange, and then it crosses the orange on the way up. Same thing here. You want to see when, but on the top side, you want to see when the blue line, the 12-day moving average, is above, but the orange line, but crosses over the orange line, and that's indicative that the price is going to go down, which is exactly what we saw. The price did indeed go down. All right. So I tried, now that my trading is getting better, I try to stack them all together and give me a good indicator, so that if all three of them are doing it at the same time, then that's when I know, okay, this is going to be good. Okay, so this would have been good. This was, and if you click Alt and V, you get a line. So I'm going to move that line right here. Move this out the way. So that date was February 2nd. So if you were able to get in at this point, you could have made some good money, because you see all three of them stacked and indicated the same thing at the same time. You have a very good chance of making some money at that point. Okay, and then like I said, this was February 2nd, and this is a 4-hour chart. Okay, so if you were able to get in at, what time was this at? 12 noon, it looks like. Or was it 12 a.m.? 12 noon. Yes. And then you were able to ride this out for the next, and each candle, by the way, move this out the way now. Delete. Okay, each candle represents 4 hours. So this green candle is a 4-hour candle. This one's a 4-hour, 4-hour, 4-hour. So all this time, you could have made money once it got to a high point. Okay, so that's the kind of strategy and analysis I like to do. So now let me go forward, since I want to make some money, and see if everything is lining up. All right, so here we are at a time where we have consolidation, so you don't see a lot of volatility in the teal lines. They're kind of closer together or bunched in, as opposed to here. The teal lines are way up here and way down here, which shows a lot of volatility. So this is not indicating that this is a good time to buy. This right here, it's not indicating, because it's not, the blue line isn't up high and finna come and cross down below the orange line, and even here it's not below the 30 or above the 70. All right, so at this point I can't make money, or I wouldn't try to make money off of Monero right now. But I'm going to keep watching it to see if I can capitalize when or if all of these indicators line up. Okay? All right, I hope that has been helpful. And if you have any questions, leave them in the chat box. Take care and have a blessed day.